All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Fast Pace for Pride. My name is mchan338, and today I am joined with.
Yo, so I'm Ryan Ford. You can catch me later at this time on Sunday. I'll be running Mario 64 16 star and co-coms.
Hi, I'm Final Flame. You can catch me right now commentating this run and doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work.
All right, I'm very excited to be running this. This is definitely one of my favorite speed games. It's definitely an honor to be showcasing a really fun speed run and a really fun category. Okay, so time will begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Deluxe for the Game Boy Color, and the category is any % no wrong warp, out of bounds, and no save and quit, which is kind of similar to A Link to the Past with no major glitches. It's essentially no major glitches for Link's Awakening, where you go through the game with without using any major tricks that skip a large part of the game, while at the same time showing off really cool tricks that define Link's Awakening as a speedrun. You still get to see like all the dungeons, all the main quests, with a few major exceptions, of course. So the first minor optimization is we're going to be doing a trick where I'm going to get the sword before the owl flies away, and it saves a few frames. Hopefully I got that. Nice!
Hey.
Nice.
So yeah, again, that saves a few frames over just walking to the sword, waiting for the owl to fly away, and then grabbing the sword. And now that we got the sword, it is now time to make our way to Mysterious Forest, where we have our first major trick coming up. This is where I'm going to have my commentators do the rest of the commentary, because I need to. This run requires a lot of my focus. Yeah, go ahead and take it away, guys.
Okay, so yeah, the trick that mchan was alluding to is the Moblin boost, which I'm going to be doing to get the I forgot the name of the actual key, but the Dungeon 1 key, tail key, there you go. Yeah, to get access to Dungeon 1 early while being able to skip having to get the magic powder to turn Terran back to normal. So, you'll be doing a alternate method.
Yeah, to get the powder, we would have to collect a bunch of rupees and win it in the trendy game, which it's not hard to win, but we don't want to spend the time getting the rupees right now. That's slow.
Yeah. There's also, in the cave on the way to the Moblin boost, there is a chest with 50 rupees here, so that, yeah, so you don't have to do all that farming while also being able to go get the key for Dungeon 1.
Indeed, and those rupees will come very much in handy very quickly.
Yeah, these are all the rupees that we're going to be needing for the rest of the run.
Yep.
Alright, here we go. Oh, okay, let's reset that.
Yeah, so the RNG here, oh, that's good. Yeah,
nice,
so you need
okay,
nice.
that was really fast. Okay, wait. Okay, that felt good. Hopefully we got that. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Right, the text skip here as well for the owl, so you can, start moving a little bit early, and like delay the owl coming down, and then you can exit the screen before he actually like starts talking to you, like right after he lands. So that was well done.
Yeah, that was really fast. You can waste a lot of time early on in that section alone.
Yep. And the yeah, with the Moblin boost, the RNG of it is having to have him look upwards. Which, yeah, it's a 1 in 4 chance because he can move any cardinal direction. So, anyways,
now we're going to get that powder.
Yep. So there's
we're not getting the Yoshi doll.
the common question.
Not today.
Maybe
Someone always
someday.
asks in the stream, in the stream and in marathons. Yeah, I think glitchless, I'm pretty sure, is the only category that actually gets the Yoshi doll to do the trade sequence.
Okay, so we have a flashing lights warning coming up, so
Right.
avert your eyes for about a few seconds from now. We're gonna get the shovel. Oh, wait, hold up. It's 200 rupees, but we don't have that, so we're just gonna leave. And then we're gonna come back and do more shopping. Oh, he's not happy. Oh no! Oh.
Well, good thing you didn't submit a deathless run.
Rip. Yeah, like the old, what was it, Twin Galaxies runs, I think, used to require a deathless run. And yeah, so, also, since you got the 50 rupees, you're able to buy 20 bombs there as well. And steal the bow as well, because it's 980 rupees and don't have anywhere near enough money.
Yeah, and that bow was very handy very early. The developers didn't expect you to have a bow this early, so it's kind of an overpowered weapon.
And needed to defeat the final boss with this route as well. So, mchan's gonna make his way over to Dungeon 1, currently. No pit block! I'm just kidding,
I thought it.
Do you guys want to talk about why I'm killing enemies at this point?
Sure, I can talk about the lovely piece of power. So, throughout this run, of note, we cannot save and quit. There's going to be an incremental counter. Then once you hit 30 enemies killed, the 30th enemy will drop an item called a piece of power. What that does is it increases your movement speed and your damage done, and also plays some pretty amazing music. That's the most important part. Now I brought up saving and quitting, because if you were to save and quit, that counter, that increments would actually be reset to 0, but we don't have that issue. Now there are some caveats to that piece of power. Like if we were to get it in a dungeon and then leave, I believe you lose a piece of power then, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see, I know this game, even though it's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah, and you also lose piece of power if you get hit 3 times on most things. And with the exception of like pits or spikes don't count towards getting hit while you have the piece of power, so yeah.
Yep. So yeah, we're going for a damage boost there on to grab the feather a little bit early, which is one of the most broken items in this run. There's a lot of cool tech.
Indeed, it allows us to jump.
Jumping is very broken.
That's not a joke, it really is, as you're about to see very, very quickly here in like 2 screens from now.
Yep. So, yeah, here we've got a super jump, so, all these walls have ledges on them, or almost all of them, and, if you jump while you're, oh, forgot to mention clipping. So if you're clipped into a wall, Link can naturally clip, into walls, like, just barely, and, if you have Link, facing away from the wall, then it'll act as him jumping off of the ledge when you're, while you're jumping, so all of his collisions turned off so you can pass through, like, that key block that he did for the boss key. And then, yeah, the bow's really broken, so able to destroy rolling bones in 2 hits as well.
Nice, didn't fall into the pit.
Yeah, that's good, We're off to a good start.
Yeah, this is actually a hard boss.
It really is, and that's Dungeon 1.
Yep.
Yeah, if you fall in the pit, you have to redo the fight entirely, so it's pretty scary.
Yeah, and he does 1 heart of damage, and we all have 3 hearts to work with, so so not only can you fall easily, you can also die easily. So the beginning of the run's pretty rough.
Yeah, having only 3 hearts and then taking 1, and any other mistakes that you make can like put you in danger like immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So still keeping up that kill count currently, because we want that piece of power. The first one in Dungeon 2, early into after you enter. So maybe at this point it's what, 30 kills that you need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you'll see mchan killing specific enemies. They're not at random, they're not necessarily just in the way. These are to get that piece of power right where he wants it.
Yep. Also, knocking enemies into pits doesn't count as a kill as well, and
yeah,
if a Guardian
Acorn
Acorn
drops
drops
Spiny into a pit. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so yeah, also when the Guardian Acorn drops, that also doesn't count towards your kill counter, which the Acorn will. Oh my gosh, there was one right there.
Yeah,
it drops if you get 12 kills without getting hit. So, you can also try to intentionally take damage in some places too, to like, you know, milk getting a extra kill.
Important to note, we do not want to pick up those acorns, because I believe if you have the acorn, piece of power cannot drop.
Yep.
Nope.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's like a whole extra situation too. And yeah, so King Moblin here has 8 health. Spin slashes do 2 damage, and then your regular slashes do 1. So yeah, you can defeat him in 2 cycles doing I think mchan just did 5 and 3 there for damage, which is pretty standard.
Yeah.
And then we got the best boy, some might say.
Agreed. It's our best friend, Bow Wow.
Yeah, so we're able to clip through this block here if there's a interactable object that generates text. So those rocks and what's the other thing? Key blocks if you don't have a key as well. Then if you're holding whatever direction you're holding, you'll move a little bit in that direction so you can clip. And that's pretty good RNG there as well with Bow Wow eating that jerk.
And there's our piece of power. First of the run.
Yep. So, boosts your movement speed by 25% and doubles your sword damage as well. And gives that a knockback effect when you kill enemies, which a lot of times it's not good, but sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes it does a little, but
Yeah, there's times where we don't actually want that, as hopefully you will not see.
yeah, exactly. And then yeah, this 2D section, jumping is weird here, and like that platform that was moving vertically, you need to hold your jump when you're moving straight there, otherwise you won't make it up there. And then he knocks 2 arrows yet again, deleting yet another mini boss.
So one thing we haven't touched on yet, you might have noticed whenever mchan's picking up an item or opening a chest or even entering a dungeon, you're seeing either the save and quit menu, like right here, or the map or the inventory being open. That is text skipping. We're skipping basically whatever text is supposed to show up then. The game just doesn't actually display it. And that adds up to a lot of time saved throughout the entire run.
Yeah, you can save up to roughly like 8 frames for most of them. The ones it doesn't save time is on generally for rupees, since it gives you like a single like line of text, so it's very slightly slower to actually do the text skip for those particularly. But pretty much everything else we're gonna skip the text on those. And then this weighted platform, you can actually, the game's just checking for Link holding something over its head, so you can hold a bomb instead of grabbing the pot that was in that corner. And you can cheese this jump a little to get to the boss. And normally casually or in glitchless, this is like one of the longest boss fights in the run, like excluding the final boss. So normally when you pick up the pot after dodging these 8 flings, then you have to throw them into the wall and go through 3 cycles of that. But if you clip into the wall and throw the pot to the left, particularly, then it'll do damage multiple frames in a row and instantly break the pot. And then to prevent him from teleporting, mchan dropped a bomb and pushed him down towards him, and then he shot a bomb arrow into the wall to get an instant detonation. And was able to kill him with 2 bombs and not have to wait for him being invincible, teleporting around the room and stuff.
Yeah, it's a super quick fight in the speedrun.
Yep, that was an excellent showcase right there. And yeah, what's it called? Also with clipping, you can skip that flower there instead of waiting for Bow Wow to eat it on your way out. And then jumping over the heart piece of shame here.
Yep, the run's valid.
Yeah, otherwise everyone would have to say shame if he got it. Yeah, I'm just kidding. And then
yeah, I would have literally ended the stream if I got that heart container or heart piece.
You would have been way ahead.
What's the point of continuing anyway? Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so yeah, we do want Bow Wow to eat some of these enemies because of getting your kill count up for Piece of Power yet again for Dungeon 3. And oh, also a bit with movement with Feather. So When jumping, moving diagonally is
Nice,
faster
second
than
try.
walking. Oh, that was quick. My bad. I was going on a long tangent about movement, but forgot about Villa Skip. So, you cover Villa Skip first, which you can cancel falling into the pit by pausing on the same frame, and if you hear Link's the sound of Link falling in at the same time that you pause, it'll cancel him falling, and then it moves him down a couple pixels. So there is piece of land you can stand on just below that pit. So you can screen transition, and then you get zipped. If you transition from that left side bush, then it'll zip you down to the next available tile. So, which lands you inside of the villa, which completely skips doing Candlelit Castle and having to get the 5 golden leaps.
Yeah, that saves 6 minutes. It's a really huge sequence break.
Yep. Yeah, Candlelit Castle is pretty much also only done in like glitchless, I'm pretty sure. So, and then yeah, so there's a ton of enemies that are in mchan's immediate path that can kill the rack up kills to get the piece of power drop as well. So I think about 3 rooms from now, then should get a piece of power drop if the routing was right. What can be awkward
piece of
sometimes.
power is pretty important.
Yeah, this one. Oh wait, no, I was gonna say it saves the most time, but I actually think that might be wrong. Y'all can correct me on that, but
Anyway,
sounds
so
good to
10
me.
seconds on the boss.
Yep. So big skip there, Dodongo skip. So you have a pretty small window to be able to super jump and clink off of the right Dodongo snake, and you can get over those blocks skipping needing to use one of the keys there. Because the gimmick of this dungeon, Key Cavern, is to get a ton of keys, but we only get like, how many, like 3 in total? Not including the boss key?
We get nowhere near the intended amount.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah,
That,
so
and that trick is actually pretty tough to do. Nice that you got
Yep.
it quick both tries.
if you're late, you can get stuck in those blocks that he skipped over, and you can soft lock your game, which, because it's no save and quit, then you can't even save and quit to get yourself out of there normally, so...
Yeah, and the other categories where you can save and quit, you lose a minute.
Yeah, exactly. It's brutal. So, normally, like, high-level runs, it's a reset if you fail it. So, Slime Eye here is a massive jerk.
Oh, I didn't kill him.
That's interesting. I thought you had hit him.
Oh my gosh. Alright, good recovery, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good D3 overall.
Okay, so the run's been pretty straightforward so far, but this is where things get really different. We're going to go... Our next dungeon is going to be Face Shrine, which is the 6th dungeon. So how are we going to do that? You're normally supposed to have the items from the 4th and 5th dungeon, but we have other ways of going about with this route.
Yep. Cheating. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this also means that this is the hardest part of the run, because we're going to be going into this next part of the run significantly under-equipped. And I can easily die if I'm not careful.
You got this.
Yeah, very true.
Oh, come on.
And it
That
starts
jump
with
was
that.
the hardest part.
Don't worry, it's harder than it looks. But yeah, so, what's I gonna say? I don't know, there's not that much to talk about at, at this
We can
part
talk
until
about
you get to the maze.
menuing. Because
Ooh,
menuing
good
in the
point.
speedrun is pretty tough.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so in this game, you have the ability to place your items wherever you want them within that menu. 2 columns, looks like 5 rows. So you want to put your items ideally in specific slots, and you're in your mind, you're going to know this item is in this slot at this time. This is where I need to go to get it, and you can see how mchan's menus are incredibly fast because he knows exactly where those items are. He doesn't have to search for it. And that adds up to a massive amount of time saved throughout the run because you're constantly in the menu.
Yep. Yeah, you have to do... I forgot the total number of menus you do in this run, but... It's, I think it's like just shy of 100, but it's like quite a lot. So yeah, Armos Knight here. So you can only damage him with spin slashes or the boot dash with your sword. So take 6 hits.
Or arrows, but we don't have enough arrows to do that.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah, our arrow routing is very tight throughout the run. Same with bombs.
Yeah, which also, speaking of arrows, mchan has been trying to do arrow duping here. So whenever Bow Wow eats one of those Armoses, and they always drop an arrow, and if you hold your shield out, then if it touches the shield and Link on the same frame, then you'll collect 2 instead of 1 from the same drop.
I didn't actually know you could do that with arrows, but it makes sense. You do it with rupees.
Yep. Yeah, rupees in like the other categories, and then yeah, you can do it with like rupees, arrows, hearts, bombs. I assume from enemies that drop it. I've never done bomb duping as far as I know. So here's the first instance of Jesus jumping, so you can cancel drowning in the water with pausing, like same as the pit buffer they did for Villa Skip. And Link is standing for.
I'm gonna forego this.
Oh, I'm sad. I'm guessing that you might be.
Yeah, Bow Wow's been eating more than I'd like him to eat.
Yeah, and it feels bad when you get the piece of power from making Bow Wow eat that cutscene for opening the dungeon. So
and yes, you heard that correctly. Bow Wow eating a cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have noticed we still have Bow Wow with us. You're not supposed to. He's very helpful sometimes.
Yeah, like eating
okay,
the
all right, so I wasted time. I thought I was over, but now I'm behind.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, because there you would expect to get a piece of power drop from those Zols that he killed. So, might get it from this mini Mulbrum, maybe.
No. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, might be.
Okay, maybe Bow Wow wasn't eating. Oh, I thought Bow Wow was eating a lot, but okay.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, piece of power routing is very tricky to do.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
There it is. So yeah, piece of power.
Alright. So I just gotta kill, like, maybe a few extra enemies right now, so no big deal.
Yeah, those extra enemies are going to line them up for another piece of power later on. What is the next one? Dungeon 5?
Yeah.
Do you get one? Yeah.
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 So real quick, before we get further into the dungeon, I want everyone in chat to guess a number, because we're coming up to a major RNG section called Horseheads. And if somebody in chat gets it right, I will donate $5.
Yeah, so you get an indefinite amount. It could be first try, but it could also, like,
nice.
Indefinitely go on. So there's your range. It's a 1 in 4 chance each try, so to get the good outcome. That's
I'll donate however many tries it takes.
Ooh, okay.
Alright, nice.
That means I gotta hope for bad RNG then.
Yeah, so you're
I don't know, do you want to go fast?
Trick here called Shack Jump, where you can jump beside do an unclipped super jump beside an interactable object, so you use that key block, and then that next super jump he did from the water level, there's only a 3 pixel window for you to do the super jump without causing a soft lock. So if you're too high, you can get stuck in the wall that's above you, and then soft lock there, and yet again, you could save and quit to get out, but this is no save.
Third try.
Hey, so
that's pretty good RNG.
Yeah, not bad. And yeah, there's another shack jump there with that key block too. You can also do that same clip when you entered Dungeon 2 as well. Right after you got Bow Wow, you can also do that for getting past those key blocks.
Yeah.
Alright, so gonna kind of cheese this boss a little. Facade. So before this text box comes up, then his hurt box is active, so he was able to get 3 bombs in, so you can turn this fight into a 2-cycle instead of it being like a 5-cycle.
Alright, very nice. Okay, so we don't have flippers nor the hook shot, and we still need to get out of Face Shrine. And so we alluded to Jesus jumps in order to get into the dungeon, and I have to do a lot of them back to back. leaving the dungeon, and this is easily the hardest part of the run, because I can lose a lot of time if it goes wrong, because it's a lot of frame perfect tricks all in a row, so I'm going to need serious time until I get out.
Yeah, and so with that, what's the tech here that you're also doing? Oh, I guess you're probably going to go for a bomb trigger to skip the owl landing.
I will not.
Oh, no? Okay, I lied.
No.
We'll see plenty of them later, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one saves like 2 seconds, but it's pretty small.
Okay, we're good.
Alright, nice.
Maybe?
I was anxious
Okay.
there with you.
Okay, yeah, the bomb fairy is such a jerk. Oh my god. And he, yeah, so you saw mchan had to equip his sword there because the bomb fairy was getting in the way, so to shoo it away, he swung at it, which...
Yeah.
I find that, like, messes up my timing, personally, when doing the last Jesus jump, if that happens.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so this is our first bomb trigger, so why don't you guys talk about bomb triggers?
Yeah, so... Okay, yeah, so bomb triggers. What's it called? So, if you can get 2 bombs on the same screen within a 4-frame window, then this one's a special variant that we're doing to also have his subpixels correct to exit this screen as the cutscene starts after the walrus falls in the water. So this one's called Walrus Skip particularly. But yeah, you can drop 2 bombs in quick succession, either with a pit or right beside the screen transition, and within a 4-frame window, then you can cause what's it called? Cause cutscenes to play or skip, or you can also get like items that are freestanding, like there's some heart pieces that are kind of just out in the overworld or in caves as well. And
yeah, it's not necessarily just cutscenes. I kind of want to say actions, maybe. Because you can also spawn in enemies, like the Zols in D7 doing that.
True. And yeah, so shot 2 arrows into something there and got a key.
Yeah, I don't know.
2
It's
arrows
really
in the
fun to do.
And yeah, I had to be careful not to fall into the middle of the quicksand too, because you'll fall back into that cave that he went into. Because when he did the walrus skip, his buttons were all locked, so like A, B, start, and select. So if you change submaps or in some other categories, you I purposely take a death as well to free up your buttons.
All right, so we have time for donations or announcements at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, let me sure. Yeah. We have a $35 donation from Phoebe. Smiley face. Thank you very much, Phoebe. We have a $3 donation from Final Flame with the comment, "Third try horse heads."
Sounds like a great guy.
That's what I've heard. And I just wanted to remind everyone about our Soul Reaver 2 any percent incentive. We are at $183 out of $250. We are there. We're getting so close. We have until the end of the Soul Reaver run, which is the next run. I believe in you, all of you. We can do this.
All right, let's go. Yeah, so what's it called? Yeah, since we just got the key for Dungeon 4, then got to put it in and go all the way up Tal Heights in
Don't do it in the opposite order. I think we've all done that.
Oh my gosh, that's a rite of passage for
Yeah.
sure.
The lock to open up the dungeon is out of the way. So very common thing that runners fall for is forgetting to open the dungeon.
Yep.
You get to the cliff to drop down, that's flooded, and you just realize.
Yep. Like, no! Oh my gosh. Yeah, so
Very
we got
important
Swag
trick
Cave
coming
here.
up.
Yeah, serious time for the most important trick.
Easy. We gotta do it again later, so...
Free trick. Run is half
Free trick.
valid now.
Yeah,
So
it saves a
obstacles
quarter of a
skip.
second, and because we do it twice, you could save a total of half a second.
Yeah, and was it? I think it's like a 2-pixel like window where
Yeah.
you have to be high enough without falling into the pit. Yeah, I think it's like the top 2 pixels or something.
Hmm.
So yeah, if you readjust yourself, you can just kind of like waste all the time that you saved too. So here, in bomb arrow this block.
Okay, that was weird.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, the bomb arrow hit the chest up above. It's unusual. And then yeah, you can do this cross jump here to skip going to various rooms in this dungeon, and then the decent jump here and the screen transition while standing on the water yet again. You can also skip the big octo, so or sorry, cue ball, the mini boss of this dungeon as well. And then yeah, those pads on the ground is RNG for the pattern, so can be awkward, like with the Helmasaurs in the way, especially if you end up not being able to kill them when you enter the room, which also is RNG dependent.
A neat little trick coming up here to get the big key of the dungeon.
Yep.
Gonna get rid of these pots and then do a super jump. Swing the sword, thinking off of this pea hat there, getting redirected onto that ledge.
Yep. But yeah,
And now we have a
Hardest
we have a
boss in the
long-
game coming up.
long path to get to this boss. Just kidding. We can just jump.
Alright, here we go. Oh! Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes when we've been opening menus, yeah, how we mentioned how we can skip text when opening chests. You can also skip text when entering dungeons and also for boss fights as well. So yeah, so that menu was just like slightly early, so kind of got jump scared by the text box there. But yeah, so 1 spin slash and then 2 bomb arrows downwards, and pretty much deletes the anglerfish.
Now, someone might be wondering why, instead of coming straight to D4, we went and did Dungeon 6 before coming here. Should we talk about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. I forgot to. Oh my gosh.
So,
Forgot to
if
mention
we
it.
had come here prior to doing Dungeon 6 there, when we completed Dungeon 4, there would have been a ghost outside. A ghost that would have been following us around. We'd have to take him all over the world, visit a couple places, before we could actually do pretty much anything else with the game. But by going to Dungeon 6, and I believe the trigger is collecting a level 2 power bracelet.
Yep.
At least, yeah, that's what I was told. That actually removes that trigger, and that ghost will no longer spawn. That is a massive time save.
Yeah, because yeah, the ghost won't let you go into dungeons and stuff until you complete his side quests. So yeah, legit would waste minutes if you forget. And yeah, so anytime after Dungeon 4, then yeah, you if you go on the southern half of the world map, then the ghost will spawn. And yeah, there's a piece of power drop. So yeah, Dungeon 6 is Dungeon 5, sorry, is my favorite dungeon in the run in this category. What? Every category except for Hundo. It's my favorite dungeon. I love it. It's like good combat. For this category, the piece of power routing I think is also nice. And then yeah, and especially in this no save quit category, yeah, like trying to avoid getting hit while like trying to optimally like kill the enemies and like, you know, kind of deal with the RNG of some of the enemies too. It's like pretty interesting.
On the right pixel.
Oh yeah, it was like 1 pixel too high, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so also the cheese with this Master Stolfos 1, so you can actually kill him if you can manage to hit him with 4 bombs. So thanks to shooting bomb arrows, you can actually do enough damage quickly enough. And causes the mini boss music to not stop playing when you leave the room, and you also get that key drop that he picked up too, which I think is about 3 seconds compared to the alternate route that you would do without having that extra key. So, Master Soffles 2 and 3, we're gonna let them run away as well. So, gotta hit them with 2 bombs each, respectively. And detouring here for bomb refill, because those items that are with wings on them, they give you 10. For bombs or arrows, they give you 10, and then hearts, it's 3 hearts as well. And yeah, as you can see, you've been using like so many bombs like throughout the run, so need to grab them refills every now and then.
We do have to go around killing Master Soffles 3 times prior to the final battle with him, before we can actually get this dungeon's item, which is the hook shot.
Yep. Because he stole it from the chest that you're supposed to get it. And left a message. So, damage boost off of that blooper. What are those doing in this game?
And Goombas?
Nice first try.
Kinda weird.
Excellent.
Nice.
So yeah, the 4-tile jump there, where you can kind of go in between the pit tiles and walk a little bit extra. It's a pretty tight timing to get that, and sometimes if you are like a frame early, you can get bailed out by good subpixels sometimes, but
yeah. And it's worth noting that jump is actually significantly easier with Piece of Power, because you have a larger window to make that jump, as well as you jump farther with the increased speed of Piece of Power.
Yep. Yeah, so yeah, but I mean, still first try is like not
but it's
easy
still not an easy jump.
well. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. Like, English is hard sometimes. Yeah, so heading over to Master Soffles 4 to finish him once and for all for the dungeon item. And,
That's
this category, you want to knock him towards the door, because since we gotta backtrack after getting the hook shot here. Oh my gosh, I thought you were about to leave the room. Saw the little, like, stutter steps there. Itching over to the door. Being all optimal and stuff. And then, yeah, now that we have the hook shot, we can also kill these Helmosaurs easier as well. Since you can... If we hit them from anywhere besides the front, then you can just kill them in one hit. But if you hit them in the front, then it'll remove their mask. Alright, and...
what?
Yeah, I'm surprised that happened, too. And yeah, so... Mchan wanted to get rid of his Piece of Power as well here, because I mentioned about the knockback effect, so... The boss, it is actually a detriment to have the Piece of Power during the fight. Most of the time.
I like how he just ignored the fact that he clipped himself through a wall on the other side. Yeah, that's actually really simple to do.
It is actually like as easy as it looks. Like you have to just like clip into the block and then and then shoot your hook shot up repeatedly. You can definitely try it at home. But yeah, so
unless you have the 1.2 version, it doesn't work.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And yeah, so this boss, the wall snake, so he takes 8 hits to kill, no matter your sword strength. So when you have the knockback effect with Piece of Power, then he has extended iframes per hit. So if he spawns from one of the sides that's close to you, then you might only be able to get only 3 hits in. So you might have to do an extra cycle because of that. And then there's a lot of other RNG issues associated with that if that happens. So
yeah.
Yeah, but we do not have an issue.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, so as we make our way back to the mountain, because that's our we already finished the Face Shrine, so now we have to go to Eagle Tower, which is our next dungeon. We do have time for more announcements or donations.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everyone of our big incentive for the night. Our Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2 any percent bonus run. We're at 183 out of $250 for that. And remember, your money, if you donate it, can go 3 ways. 1, you can put it towards the Spyro the Dragon color bid war. You can choose what color Spyro is in our first run tomorrow. 2, you can put it towards the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2 any percent run. We have until the end of Soul Reaver, or the end of Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 to get that done. And 3, and most importantly, that donation goes towards GATE, our wonderful charity that we are raising money for, the Global Action for Trans Equality.
And as a note, that donation could go towards both incentives, not just one.
Yeah, so any donations, big or small, obviously goes a long way. So,
Indeed.
Yeah.
If everybody here donated $1, we would be well over that Soul Reaver 2 incentive.
Right. And yeah, even if you can't donate, then even sharing the event as well if you can.
Okay, so we got obstacle skip the second time, which is good. But now we have a Rooster Skip coming up. So why don't you guys talk about Rooster Skip?
All right, run's fully valid now. All right, so yeah, Rooster Skip here. So we skipped. So first off, mchan has not gotten the Ocarina, which you would normally are expected to have it like several dungeons ago. But along with that, so we're not able to revive the rooster with Song 3, and instead you can do hookshot jumps here. So if you're over a pit, Link is standing for 1 frame as it comes back to him. Nicely done. And then with that, you can jump with the feather.
That was almost really scary. I did not like that position.
Yeah, and additionally, like Bow Wow was getting close to you too. Like, so if you miss the
shot off Bow Wow, and it'll mess you up.
Yeah, if he decides to come for a hug. Hey, goodbye, piece of power there on top of the mountain.
And yeah, I think you were about to say, if you fall during any of those jumps, you don't respawn at the beginning of the room like you would most rooms. You spawn all the way at the bottom of the water.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a 40-second loss if you fall down.
Yep. So it's pretty scary. So you can do the strat unbuffered as well, but the pause buffer helps significantly. So the visual cues, like when the hookshot is coming back when it's touching Link's nose. If you pause on that frame, then you can do a map buffer, which map pauses advance the game 4 frames at a time, and then that map buffer after it's touching Link's nose will bring you to the correct frame to buffer a jump. So pause buffers are really strong in this game.
That didn't work. Dang.
I was a jerk.
Yeah, we were trying to have Bow Wow eat that cutscene. You did not cooperate. As we go into Eagle's Tower, which is personally my favorite dungeon
but it's okay.
Yeah, which we mentioned earlier. Is for Bow Wow, sometimes he can, even if you do the setup correctly, sometimes he might be too far away from you that it might just not work. So
yeah, I think I did the setup too quickly. So
yeah, it's like when you throw the rock into the wall, you have to wait for the shattered pieces to disappear, and then you want to touch the key block, and then Bow Wow might eat it, might eat the cutscene.
Yeah, so this probably looks strange to people. If you play this dungeon casually, you're meant to grab this big metal ball, bring it throughout this room, or throughout this dungeon, using it to knock down these pillars, but we're not doing any of that. Instead, mchan here is doing bomb triggers in all 4 of these rooms to trigger the cutscene of the pillar breaking.
Come on.
Which will activate the top floor.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Yep.
So that last one tends to be pretty finicky.
Yeah, and we got to see an example of the pit bomb triggers there as well.
Yeah,
so
gotta have really good mashing speed for that.
Yep.
Alright, so now coming up is another major trick called Goomba Surf, where there are 2 Goombas that hopefully one of them goes in the right direction, and I guess we'll see what happens. The idea is I'm gonna have to super jump on top of a Goomba.
Yep. It's a 1 in 4 chance, so the upper Goomba...
First try!
Oh, there.
Nicely done.
Hey.
Yo, that saves us
the
needing to get the
first try. That's dope.
Crap.
Yeah, 'cause it saves, yeah, if you get it first try, should that save like 12 seconds, I think?
Over the other way, yes.
Yeah. There's like a safer way you can do it, and you don't have to deal with any RNG, but it, well, loses like 12 seconds over getting it first try. Yeah, and then, yeah, able to just stay at the bottom of the screen to bait, Evil Eagle over here to, and, throw bombs with the, or drop bombs with the good timing, and you can, defeat him in 3 hits. And
Yeah.
you really want to make sure you don't fall off the screen also, because then...
There's another strat that looks hilarious, but we don't. But that doesn't work in this category because we save and quit in this, or we do not save and quit in this run.
Yeah. If you've yeah, if you've seen like the screen wrap version of hitting him, you check out my SGDQ run this year if you want to see that.
Alright, so right here, if you open up the save menu, then you can move while you're falling, which allows me to not fall in that pit.
Yep. Yeah, so one thing that commonly gets asked is when people fall in the pit, you also, when you're opening the save quit menu, so it's A, B, start, and select, but you also have to not be you can't be holding a direction as well on the D-pad. Otherwise, your save quit menu won't open. It's occasionally like asked in the speedrun Discord why it's not working. So,
alright, so here's Marin. She's captured. Sorry.
Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, sometimes there's like donation goals to save Marin, but
I know.
since there wasn't,
I hadn't thought of that.
yeah, it loses like 40 seconds if you talk to her there, so it's pretty bad. Because you end up talking to her, and then like her dad comes and like talks to both of you, and then they both leave, and then the owl comes and talks to you. And...
Yeah, just when you think you're done, someone else shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot. It's a lot of text. And yeah, so you're gonna be doing the flame fountain skip here. So by clipping into the wall, you won't get pushed backwards by the flame. And you can use your brief iframes to bypass it. Which even in categories where you do get the mirror shield, it's still faster to do that skip as well.
Alright, hard boss coming up. Let's see if I can do it. Can I survive? Okay, let's go.
Easy.
Great.
Yeah, so you can also wake up the turtle rock head with a bomb trigger there as well. And then yeah, and then skip a chunk of this dungeon with a super jump here since we don't have a key. And then
And that wall, as well as other walls, are full of bombable walls. You can just throw a bomb arrow or a regular bomb and create shortcuts to get around the dungeon. That is very much intended.
Yeah, casually, a lot of people get stuck in this dungeon because they don't know this.
yeah, exactly. And finding that one switch to remove the pegs that were in the room that's right above here, where mchan's fighting Blado. To get the dungeon item, the magic rod. And yeah, there's like 2 bombable walls that you can find that has this one singular switch that you need to hit normally, but thanks to super jumping, you can just super jump over that. And to enter that 2D section earlier, mchan did what's called a bookshot clip. So if you have hookshot on B and feather on A, then if you press both on the same frame, then Link will get pulled in with the hookshot twice as fast. So you can clip the key block. Alright, and then yeah, lava swim, one of the most epic tricks. Swimming in lava? Come on.
Yeah, nothing weird going on there.
So yeah, so if you do the screen transition via like Jesus jumping, then you can swim in the lava as well. mchan also swung his sword to normalize his subpixels, because if you're on a bad subpixel, then Link will just keep like drowning in the lava over and over.
Yeah, it's effectively a soft lock.
Yep. Yeah, if you don't have feather equipped, then you're completely boned if that happens. And yeah, since he equipped the bow there to shoot the eye with the key, then yeah. So, Rolling Rock Room, or Roomba Room, as the community calls it. So, you fill in all the holes so that you can get the boss key. There's a bajillion ways to do that pattern, which, yeah, if you look up any speedrun tutorial, you can just pick whichever pattern you like, for the most part. So,
Yeah,
with
your
the
goal in
Jesus
that
jump,
room is just getting as close to the chest as possible.
exactly. Yeah, so Jesus jump to the boss there, and well, Jesus jump into super jump. And
Oh!
Dang! So I can one cycle.
That
this
was almost
jerk.
really good. That was still good, though.
Yeah, it was like a quick 2 cycle.
Yeah.
Even still. And then if you want to spice it up, you can also ooh, the side wang. Yeah, you can spice it up by trying to skip the text box as well by opening the save quit menu on the same frame that you kill him as well. It saves 3 seconds if you actually hit the frame, but yeah, every time that you open your menu, you lose 2 seconds. So yeah, if you were more than 1 frame early, then you essentially wasted time. But yeah.
And just like that, we're off to the final boss.
Yep. So yeah, jumping through water as usual. Cause yeah, water and the grass. Oh shoot! Didn't even catch that either.
I clicked the wrong item.
Yep. Yeah, it happens. Trying to lift the rock with a bomb.
New tech. Alright, let's listen to the song, shall we?
Mm-hmm. So yet another bomb trigger.
Oh, there's an
So-
incredible song.
There is a lot to talk about coming up. So the first thing is the Windfish Egg Dungeon. It is normally a puzzle. You might notice I did do this training sequence, which is normally required in order to know how to go through this dungeon. But as long as you don't read the book, then you it's always the same. It is left, up, right, up, left, up, and then the nightmare fights. So why don't you guys talk about the nightmare fight?
Yeah, so there's a lot to get into with this one. So gonna start off with going for a bomb trigger as you're falling in, and skips 12 seconds of text before the fight starts, and causes the music to not play as well. And
It's kind of unfortunate because the music here is the best.
it's a bop. It's easily my favorite track in the game, honestly. Even though a lot of people say Tal Heights is their favorite, but this one's my favorite.
That's probably gonna fail.
I think you're okay. I might be wrong on that though. And then
So mchan's actually trying to manip this fight right now. So there's a chance of Aga throwing either... Yeah, it's unfortunate. 2 different style balls, same as in the Link to the Past. Only one of which can be redirected. There is a way to manipulate them so that you just get 4 of the good balls. Unfortunately, we did not get it that time.
yeah, so for the first 2 hits, you're guaranteed to get just energy balls, and then after that, it's 50-50 between blue balls or not.
Man,
Aga's not being kind.
So
How
this
dare you
always
try and
happens
manipulate
if-
me?
If the manip fails, I swear this like always happens, where you get like
Yeah, we could be here a while. Get comfy.
4 in a row. And yeah, it loses like 8 seconds per blue ball, so pretty brutal when you get like the stun lock, quote unquote, or the soft lock, quote unquote, of
Okay,
blue balls
okay.
forever.
One more.
This is the
One more.
real reason we have a buff for any estimate.
Yeah, right.
One
I think
more.
half the time I've
It's
gone
just a
over
50% chance.
Yeah, like half the time I've gone over estimates when like losing like over half a minute to this after failing the minute, honestly.
Okay, here we go. That's 8 blue balls, by the way.
Yup. Oh my gosh.
And then we're gonna hit Moldorm so quick and from a decent spot, never has a chance to actually do anything.
Yep. And yeah, you can like kind of bypass his iframes as well, if he doesn't start moving.
And then we have a boss I've only ever dreamt about. I don't think I've ever seen this boss before anywhere in the game.
Yep. And then yeah. So final fight here. So it's the reason that we need the bow, and it takes 16 arrows to kill. So you can ideally get 4 per cycle. So then yeah, so you can defeat him in 4 cycles usually. It's random how long it takes to open his eye, so yeah, sometimes if he just kind of sleeps on you, so it's rough. Alright, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, not too bad. Unfortunate with the 8 blue balls, but it is what it is.
Yeah, what
Alright,
can you
time's
do?
coming up as soon as I transition on after the stairs. Time.
Hey, nice
GG.
run.
55-42. That was a
GG.
all right. Really, I'm really happy with that run. Nonetheless, despite the RNG at the very end of the run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan and Final Flame, for being a part of the run due to commentary.
Any shout outs you guys would like to give?
Yeah, shout outs to Final Flame and Ryan for doing commentary. Definitely would have been hard. I either would have played worse or stumbled a lot if I was doing this by myself. So I'm really happy that I had these guys. I'm really honored to have these guys on to back me up for this run. Shout outs to Adam for being on hosts. And even though there was a lot to talk about, but you do a really awesome job, being host for the marathon.
I appreciate that.
And shouts to everybody watching, as well as everybody putting this event together. We live in a very crazy world right now. But as long as we come together and do really great things, then we can really make a difference. So shout outs to all the people organizing this event as well. Everybody, putting this event together is doing a really good job. And this is only the first day of the event, and we're already off to a pretty strong start. So I hope we can keep it up for the whole weekend coming up ahead.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you, Ryan. Final Flame. Anything from you guys before we go?
Yeah. Actually, I just realized that you were. Yeah, if it weren't for the blue balls, dang, you probably would have been like a dozen seconds behind your PB. So really good.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so that's really solid. But yeah, thanks for having me for commentary. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed it. Just hanging out. Yeah, I guess y'all haven't seen the last of me since I'll be doing a run of my own on Sunday, briefly. Around this time as well. But
Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
just want
final.
to say thank you for having me as well.
All right.
Yeah. Thank
so
you
if you
guys
want to,
so much.
yeah, real quick, if you enjoyed this run, I stream this game pretty often at twitch.tv/mchan338. I'm also a runner of other Zelda games, such as like A Link to the Past, and hopefully A Link Between Worlds sometime in the future. I'm also a Mario speedrunner as well. So be sure to check me out at twitch.tv/mchan338. And yeah, with that, that's it. That's all for me. So enjoy the rest of the marathon, everybody.
Peace.